Uh, I don't really have any updated thoughts from last week. I still really loved the episode. It's definitely my favorite of the series so far, but from what I hear, based on the reception, apparently the episode's better. Oh, your audio just fucked up for a second.
Yeah, so with my headset sometimes. Okay, I should be back now.
Okay. So from what I hear, this one is supposedly even better.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, I don't either. Oftentimes when, like episodes come out, if it's got some like really cool shit or something, they're like, "Oh, it's the best thing ever."
And it's when you're like, not really.
Yeah, I was like, I do not buy that. It's better than last week's. Because oftentimes when it comes to Mandalorian, I have way more issues with it than other people do.
Yeah, well, most people are looking at this critically, like you and I are doing. So
yeah, that's just
most people just like if cool stuff happens in the screen, that's enough for them, and nothing wrong with that. But that's not what we're here for.
Yeah.
We're here to analyze and discuss it.
Yeah.
All right. I got the episode loaded, so whenever you're ready to start.
All right, cool. I hope we get some plot advancements and it's not just filler.
We only have 3 episodes left in the season. They cannot be any more filler at all.
You say that, but episode 6 of last season was filler.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, no, there was a little setup because I think I'm assuming the whole thing with the dudes in the cloning pods is going to be relevant. I think.
Oh, this episode will probably be relevant, sure. But like the episode 6 of last season though, I think
last season? Oh, yeah. I don't. Okay. Yeah. I don't remember that episode. So hopefully not.
I think the reason you don't remember it is because it was filler.
Well, I only watched Mandalorian. I only watched season one time. I haven't really rewatched any episode since then, so memory's a little hazy on this and a couple things.
No, that's fine. All right, shall we begin?
Let's get started.
Alrighty then. 3, 2, 1, play. What? Why? Oh no. Is she gonna be tied to this episode somehow? They better not, like, resurrect her or something.
Too late. What else would be the point of that scene?
Oh no. Oh no.
Or Sith Lord. Just saying.
Well, since they showed that flashback, I have to assume that the person who found her was not Moff Gideon, and it was probably Boba Fett. Because why else would they bring it back like this?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, and they showed Moff Gideon, so...
Yeah. I've heard people say that that's supposed to be the Dark Trooper armor, which is just basically just...
That's what I've heard too.
which is basically just kind of somewhat upgraded stormtrooper armor. I mean, we'll see how they handle them. Hopefully, we'll finally have a stormtrooper that's not a complete joke.
Fingers
It's actually a considerable threat.
Wait, is that Tython?
I don't know yet.
Man, if we're already here, shit.
I mean, it's
Okay, fuck the headset. I mean, I understand why they kind of skip past the whole fighting type thing, but it, at least in the old lore, which, take a shot every time I've said that, it's not supposed to be an easy planet to find. In fact, it's kind of was purposefully kept secret by the Jedi because they didn't want anybody poking around the ruins of their origin planet.
Well, since this is after Return of the Jedi, this is probably different.
Yeah, I don't know. It's still not a super well known planet. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm just shocked that they would already be here.
Yeah. But I don't blame them for wanting to get a move on.
Didn't expect them to do it so quickly. I thought they wouldn't get there till like the finale.
Yeah.
It's a nice little Mando Baby Yoda moment.
No, that's not his name, Grant. It's Rogu.
I'm still calling him Baby Yoda.
And I will correct you every time you do.
Fine. I'm still gonna do it.
Okay. You and a million other people, I'm sure. Yeah, I really hope they make this planet look cool, though.
The tragedy.
A dark plague is the wise. Come on.
That's what everyone thought.
There's no other thing I would think about. Hey, we're in New Zealand.
I was gonna say, is that it? This is kind of underwhelming for us.
I mean,
is that what it looks like in the EU?
not quite, but it's kind of the same idea. It's not a super. It's not a really a civilized planet, and not a whole lot of people live there. So, yeah, this I would say this is about right.
Okay.
Yeah, there wouldn't be any like great cities or anything like that.
Okay.
I see this, and I see this set, and I'm kind of thinking if I look at another, I can see the Fellowship of the Ring walk by.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking like this whole.
It
looks kind of bland and kind of iffy, but if it's as long as it's like somewhat accurate, then I guess it's fine.
No, I'm fine with this. Or I'm fine with this. I don't know how other people would.
Also, you can just find the top of this thing just like that. I kind of thought they would have to do like some exploring for this place. But, okay.
I mean, they do have a spaceship. They were flying around for a bit looking for it. I think it's implied that it took a bit of time to find it.
Yeah, maybe. Aw.
Food.
Baby Yoda's like, come back, I want to eat you.
I want to use you for subsistence.
What the fuck?
Oh, that's the slave one.
Wait, so he just had it? How does he have slave one? What? No. There's no way they can be doing this. No way.
Well, that's new.
Yeah, I was gonna say, okay, I guess whatever it is Baby Yoda needed to do, it worked.
Umo Gwegwe 5 eats out. Umo Gwegwe 5 eats out. He's going into the Avatar state.
Yeah. Okay, but in all seriousness though, how the fuck does he have slave one?
I'm sure they'll find a way to explain it later.
Because we were talking about this earlier, like last week. Like, how would Boba Fett get off world?
Well, it's just like,
Also, if he had
if Boba did have slave one, why did he spend all this time wandering the desert?
yeah, like what's he been doing? Like, why has he just been dicking around, and why did it take him so long to find him?
Yeah, I mean, the only other reason I believe that he was trying to track down his armor, which the Jawas took, but and again, if that's what he's been doing, why did it take him so long?
Yeah.
I guess we'll see how they handle it. Boba Fett looks more like a Sith Lord than the actual Sith Lords we got in the last trilogy. He really does.
Oh, what the fuck?
I'm a Mandalorian. Weapons are my religion.
He's like, hey man, I just want to talk. Let's just
Just want my shit back.
yeah. How are you alive?
Well, Boba found her, obviously.
Okay, but
It's contrived as hell, but that's the reason.
how is she alive though?
How was she supposedly killed in season 1? I forget.
She was shot in the gut by a blaster. Bullshit! Oh my god, is that
She's a cyborg.
wow. That's convenient. What the fuck? They ripped that out of their asshole.
Yeah, but believe it or not, I have seen stupider.
Yeah, I guess.
And she did work for the Empire, so, you know.
Apparently not oh. Well, I was gonna say apparently not anymore because she's here.
Well, the point I was getting is that if there's one group in this galaxy that would have a bunch of cyborg minions, it would have been the Empire.
Well, she's working with Boba now.
Yeah, but she's an ex-Imperial sniper, right?
Yeah. Still convenient though, because it's like you definitely killed her in season 1 and you made this up. Mando, dude, you were not on your ass the first time. Why would you think this would be any different? It's like maybe if I just duck down and try harder.
Maybe if I use the Force. That's not how the Force works.
Oh, this is gonna be cool. Some Boba Fett action. Empire, maybe since you're getting ambushed at the start, maybe you don't want to move forward? This commander's dumb. He's like, dude, your troops are getting gunned down, man.
Oh, seeing Bo with a gaffy stick. This is gonna be cool. He's not just Boba Fett. Apparently, he's fucking Batman.
Oh, shit.
I can accept that.
Oh, Boba Fett.
This is the best thing Boba's ever done on screen.
Dude.
Nice. Nice.
Nice. Oh, he fucked that mask up. Holy shit. Oh, wait, there was more? What?
There's always more.
Why didn't you just send them? Oh, whatever.
Oh, that's cool. We haven't seen a stormtrooper with that kind of paint job yet.
Yeah, it is cool.
I think he just shot that dude in the nads.
But just shoot him. What do you do? Just jump behind the rock. Don't. She went to the Prometheus school of running away from things.
Yes.
That bugs me so much when that.
It bugs me too, but I wasn't going to really say anything. I'm just like, whatever. She's going to push the rock down and kill him.
That's not a really good idea because as soon as you get rid of that rock, that's your only cover. You're dead as soon as that thing moves down.
Dun 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 dun
Oh,
dun
wow.
dun dun.
Okay.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh my god, just move it! You fucking idiots! You idiots!
Whatever. They established at this point that stormtroopers are incompetent. I don't care anymore.
I don't care. I don't want stormtroopers to be dumb.
I don't either, but it's not going to happen in this show. Fuck!
Damn, Boba Fett. This
See, it's stuff like that where sometimes I really wish we got an R-rated Star Wars series because there should be fucking blood coming out of the stormtroopers that Boba's murdering.
Yeah.
I get that Star Wars is supposed to be family friendly, at least for the most part, but come on.
Wait, what the fuck? There's more that. What? They just spawned those stormtroopers out of their asshole.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Whatever, I don't care anymore. I mean, okay, I'm not gonna care. I'm not gonna. I've already bitched and moaned about the stormtroopers, but I'm not gonna keep doing it because it just is what it is at this point.
Also,
It doesn't excuse it, but that's just how I feel.
Mando literally left his jetpack behind.
Yep.
He literally just forgot about it. I mean,
Football tackle it!
I was gonna say, like, why? That was the. What the. Mando, you're not getting through that thing. Also, I feel like your jetpack might be helpful here. You might want to go get it. Oh. It's done just as he left.
Ironic.
Little nap time. Baby Yoda's like, I'm tired. Man, if only Mando stuck around there for like 2 more seconds.
Mm-hmm. But that's what's gonna cost him.
Okay, he is relying on his armor way too much here. Dude, come the fuck on. Oh my god. Fucking bullshit, dude. What the fuck? Oh. Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Oh man, I can smell the fucking merchandise from here.
Yeah. Wait, they had a... Why did they have a bomb sitting out? Whatever, fuck it. The Empire's stupid, who cares?
I don't know what the fuck that was, but it was cool.
Yeah,
rockets.
That is cool. This is cool. I mean, you've been getting your asses kicked this whole time, and now you're retreating? Okay.
Well, it's like, fuck, no. Well, Boba Fett's got his armor on, so now he's invincible to anything that's not Han Solo. Oh, he's gonna blow... Ooh. Can he blow 2 of them with 1 rocket?
Wait, can he do that?
We're gonna find out.
Is he allowed to do that?
Is he allowed to do that?
Has he always been has his jetpack always been that powerful? 'Cause damn. Okay.
I mean, it's, you know... It's basically
That's a cool
RPG,
shot. That's a cool shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That poor ship! It's
What the fuck?
The entire season!
What the fuck?
Oh, my cabbages!
If you had that weapon, why didn't you just shoot them?
Well, it's a good thing Boba took his armor back before they blew up his ship.
It's a good fucking thing they decided to shoot the ship instead of them. Wait a minute. So they're going after... No way. There's no way they're gonna do this.
What do you think they're going to do? Oh, okay.
Are you kidding me?
What?
Are you shitting me? No way.
They're going to take the baby.
Oh my god. Mando, you are a fucking idiot. So, I'll explain the thought that just came into my head. It went,
Okay.
oh my god, so they are, yeah. God damn it, why did you have to make the character stupid for this to happen? Oh my god. Yeah, Baby Yoda's gone. Okay, so the only reason Mando was
Initiate adoption mode. Okay.
oh my god, this pisses me off. I hate it when they rely on characters being stupid and plot conveniences for stupid things like this to happen. So the only reason Mando wasn't able to get there before they were is
Because he took off his jetpack earlier.
because he just forgot his jetpack, even though they picked up their guns and their weapons when they put them down once the Empire showed up. So he had no reason not to put his jetpack back on. He's just a fucking idiot, and he about it. God damn it, show! Why do you do this? That is so annoying. I guess I'm okay with the Empire having this cruiser thing.
It's not like it's a freaking Star Destroyer.
No. I just would like to know a little more about how they're avoiding the New Republic, you know.
I mean, I just presume that most of the Imperial remnant just be hanging out of the Outer Rim, where, you know, as farthest away from the New Republic as possible.
Rip Razor Crest.
But the ball still survived.
See, isn't it sad?
Shouldn't that thing be like really hot? He got hit by a laser. Just saying.
I'm guessing his Beskar spear also survived because he's going to use that to fight Gideon.
Yeah. See, at least the spear makes sense because it is Beskar.
Yep, there it is. Yep.
Why did the ball survive?
I'm fine with it. That's just meant to be like a sort of.
It's symbolic.
Yeah, it's like, see, isn't it sad? But god damn it, why did they have to make Mando a fucking idiot for this to happen?
Man, it must get really dizzy flying that ship.
Okay, I like their dynamic. I will admit, I like their dynamic so far. But man, I really I really want them to explain how he had Slave 1. Like, I'm honestly even more interested in that than how he survived.
It's 5 years after Return of the Jedi,
Yeah.
and it took him that long to. Well, then again, we don't know how long it took him to get out of the Sarlacc, so. I don't know. Needs to be explained.
Unanswered questions, hopefully they get answered.
And that's all it took to convince her.
Well, why didn't you just open with that? Man, this is the kind of episode where it's like, this could have been so awesome. I want this to be so good, but I have a lot of issues.
Alright, we'll talk about it in a minute.
Yeah.
Still got a little time left. And now this episode's improved.
Fucking Grogu. Yes. Kill them.
Now do the hokey pokey. Oh!
Kill them all.
He's choking dude on the right.
Yeah, Mom Gideon's like, let him do it. Let him do it.
Give in to your anger.
Darth Yobid.
Okay, that is smart though. He let. Oh shit!
Yeah, you forget about that?
No, it's just I didn't expect to see it this episode.
He's like, yeah, I don't think you're ready for this yet.
Also, I'll give it this. It was smart for Gideon to let Roku to get tired out, but you motherfucker. Anyways,
Yeah.
let Roku get tired out from messing with the stormtroopers before he walked in.
Yeah. Man, I hate Moff Gideon.
Oh, I love him. He's got a little midget-sized handcuff. I don't know why that's funny to me.
Yeah, they have midget-sized. Okay.
They're aware of the child and been chasing him for years, so.
I guess, yeah, I
I
guess.
can buy that you have a custom-made set for him.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Alright, so.
This episode was directed by Robert Rodriguez. That's upsetting. He's the guy who made Sin City.
I've heard of Sin City, I have not watched it.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
Um,
Do you want to give your thoughts real quick? And then talk about how the episode could have been better?
Okay, yeah. So, on paper, like in a vacuum, like all the stupid writing choices aside, like on paper, this episode is brilliant. I love it. Like, it's the whole, like, you know, action and everything, like, it's really intense. And, you know, these moments are really, you know, like, hard-hitting for man as a character. That's some cool artwork.
Our baby can choke you to death.
Yeah. Okay, anyways, so, yeah, on paper, I think this episode is good because, you know, it's a bit of a downfall for Mando's character because, you know, he lost his ship, he lost the kid, and he failed essentially.
Right.
So,
And I like the 5-yard marker too.
just in a vacuum, on paper, that episode's great. Like, it's a brilliant idea. It's really.
What?
There were so many stupid choices they made that, even as someone who's like just learning more every day about writing, I'm just like, these are like classic mistakes that you could so easily avoid that you just don't fall into. It's like, it's so easily avoidable, but you just did it anyways.
Yeah, like I mean, there's still a bunch of other problems, but like that thing earlier you were talking about of how convenient it was that Mano forgot to put on his
He fucking
jetpack.
forgot his jetpack. That's the one that pisses me off the most. Like,
But it's also, but that's also the one that's probably the most easily fixable. Because here's what I was thinking,
yeah,
right? Well, have Mando put the jetpack back on, and as Mando is flying to try and get the baby, one of the Dark Troopers runs tackles him in the air, and he has a fight with it, and he's visibly struggling against it. Because not only is that would that be a good reason why he couldn't save the child, it would also be a good introduction to how capable a Dark Trooper is. Because all we really see them is fly down to the planet, take baby, fly back up.
yeah, or just kidnap or dispose of Mando, and then kidnap Baby Yoda, and then once you have him, just leave Mando on the planet alone.
Yeah, let's see Mando get his ass kicked a bit by the Dark Troopers because they're supposed to be not final boss, but if Gideon's the final boss, then Dark Troopers are just the one step below. Have them show them how capable they are in combat, especially compared to the Stormtroopers, which in this case is just the God's bowling pins.
Yeah, you don't need to make Mando an idiot in order for this to happen.
Yeah, just make the Dark Troopers look badass.
Yeah, you could just... Both sides can be competent, and this could still happen.
Yeah.
They don't have to be idiots. This is one of the biggest things that's just bothered me so much recently. I hate how plots just rely on characters being stupid, and I hate that. It's become such an aggravating thing to me because it's always so noticeable to me. The other thing is, honestly, the Empire's kind of stupid too. Because this one doesn't bother me as much as Mando forgetting his jetpack. But they had that weapon, right, that destroyed the Razor Crest, right? So
yeah.
If you have...
I think it's what's it called? An orbital cannon or something like that?
Yeah, I'm okay with them having that, I guess. But if they do have that, then why couldn't you just aim it at them and kill them instead of shooting the Razor Crest?
The thing I was thinking, or at the very least, show them blowing up the shit first so they can escape, and then have the stormtroopers come down. But the reason why they didn't do that is because Boba still had to grab his armor from the ship. So
I'm fine with Boba Fett getting his armor from the ship, and hell, I'm fine with them destroying the ship. I'm just saying, shoot them first and then shoot the ship.
Yeah.
Because Moff Gideon has no reason to keep Mando alive. In fact, it would actively be smarter for him to get rid of Mando, so that
they can kill him for the Beskar.
And then that
what almost every other antagonist in the season's been trying to do.
Yeah, and then he would actively have no threat or no opposition when it comes to Baby Yoda.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so...
It really bothers me. It really does.
Well, no, I agree completely, but there were some positives to this episode.
Yes.
Let's not forget to mention them.
Yes.
So this is the best thing Boba Fett's done on screen, period. Can we agree on that?
The Boba Fett shit was fucking awesome, yes.
Yeah.
That was fucking great.
Mm-hmm. Seeing Boba beat the shit of Stormtroopers with a gather feed and see tons of the armor fly off, that was really cool.
It bothers me that he has Slave 1, and I want an explanation for both how he has the Slave 1 and how he's even alive. Because that explanation for how that one other bounty hunter is alive was extremely contrived. But all that aside, yes, the action with Boba Fett was really awesome.
Yeah, and again, I can buy that Boba Fett eventually, his way out of the Sarlacc, because, he did in the old canon too. So that's nothing new for his character.
Sure.
But it would have been cool to see, like how there's a little like flashback sequences before the title screen pops up. Have one of just Mando crawling out of the carcass of the dead Sarlacc. That's implied he's been like gutting his way through it for God knows how long, and he just got out. And the reason why he's been on Tatooine for so long is he recently got out of the Sarlacc.
Yeah.
And then the jaw was solid as armor when he passed out in the desert or something. You can do it. It's just we didn't see it.
To a degree, yeah, I'm fine with that. It's my main issue is him just having Slave 1, because it's like if he had Slave 1, then how did it take him this long to track down Mando, or even like come across Mando? 2, if he had it this whole time, and this is 5 years after Return of the Jedi, why is he still on Tatooine? Like, what's he still doing just dicking around, and how was he not able to find his armor?
Yeah, because it's presumably he's still on Tatooine because he's trying to get his dad's armor back.
Presumably,
but the question is, because of the way it's framed, did it really take him 5 years to get his arm to track it down?
Like,
it's
to just track down a couple...
maybe if the armor somehow got off planet somehow, then I can understand taking him a while. But if it never left Tatooine, and he still has access to Slave 1, why did it take him 5 years?
Yeah. And how did it take him... How was he not able to just find a couple Jawas? But also, even if that other guy, the Marshal, got to it first, I'd be fine with that. But how did it take him 5 years to find the Marshal? How did he not know about the Marshal? Like,
the only way that makes some amount of sense that he only had recently escaped the Sarlacc. Because remember, like, a Sarlacc's a big creature. Like, if you ever played The Force Unleashed and done the sequence where Starkiller goes into the Sarlacc, like, his guts are big enough to be its own little city. So, like, I can buy it taking him years to get out of it, but again, we've never seen it, nor was that implied in any sense, so
yeah,
it feels really weird.
If it took him years to get out of it, then maybe. But the thing is, I don't buy that, because the best way that could have happened is that he climbs his way out of it rather quickly. Because and also, how did he even lose the armor to begin with? Because he was wearing it when he fell in.
And presumably he would still have it if he crawled out.
Yeah.
Again,
So how did he lose it, and how did the Jawas even get it?
Mm-hmm.
How did they get it before him? How did they potentially, like, if they got it out of the Sarlacc pit, how the fuck did they do that? Like, so many questions.
I mean, yeah, these questions can have answers. It's not like it's completely unreasonable. Well, it may be unreasonable to think that a bunch of threw down a rope into the mouth of a Sarlacc and just started picking out shit that came outside, but the problem is that because we haven't seen any of it, nor is any of that stuff implied, it just comes off as a plot hole.
Yeah, a big one, because the thing is, Boba Fett, he's just a normal guy, so he can only survive for like up to a week without food or water. So if that's the case, then how would he have been able to live in the Sarlacc pit for years before?
With the bodies of the other people that got swallowed in the Sarlacc's mouth.
Oh my god.
Well, but that's getting really dark, so let's not go
I was gonna say he would have definitely had to crawl out of it pretty quickly, because he can only survive a week or so without water or food.
I have done things you cannot imagine. That Sarlacc's mouth. Oh man, that's That sounds like a short story or something. Boba Fett and the time I spent in a Sarlacc's stomach.
They probably should do that, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, but there's no way in hell that they could do it right and have it be safe for children. That would be a hard NC-17 short story with all like the gross, almost like Silent Hill-esque shit going on in there.
I guess we don't have to see it. I guess we don't have to see it technically. The point is, we need answers to these questions if they want to have good writing.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think that kind of covers my major issues. The stormtroopers kind of respawning out of nowhere in front of that bounty hunter also is a thing that somewhat is like troublesome, but I guess it didn't really, in the end, it didn't really affect all that much, so I guess it's fine.
Yeah, it's like, of all the problems they've tried to address from Season 1, the seemingly endless supply of stormtroopers is one they haven't answered yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's a weird thing. The episodes where the Empire is in it are usually the ones where I have the most issues.
Right. That's where a lot of inconsistencies tend to pop up. Like, unless Gideon's got some kind of still has like some group of Kaminoans on a speed dial that are still pumping out these suckers, there's really no reason he should have so many stormtroopers.
Yeah, and also like how like the power consistency level for the Empire is really inconsistent.
Yeah.
It's like this is something that bothers me so much because the thing is, Mando is smart and clever when the plot needs him to be, and he's also a fucking moron when the
plot needs him to be.
Yeah. And then the Empire is really competent and smart when the plot needs them to be, and they're also fucking morons when the plot needs them to be. And it really, really bugs me.
I think one way, if they would help to fix that, is that they confirm this little theory I had that at this point, most of the people who are wearing Stormtrooper armor aren't like true Imperials. They're just random thugs the Empire's been hiring out of pocket, and they're basically just still making them wear the armor because Empire. But really, they're just a bunch of thugs with like little to no training, and there's only like a handful of stormtroopers with actual combat experience that can fight. If they could find some way to establish that would help a little bit, because it shows that these aren't fully trained Imperial soldiers. They're just thugs wearing the armor.
That would help a little bit.
Yeah,
but yeah, I just hate it when shows and movies just pick and choose when the characters are smart and when they're not, just for the sake of the plot.
It's an inconsistency, and you know, one of the strengths of good writing is being consistent. And if this episode is anything, it's inconsistent.
Extremely.
Yep. Overall. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, how are people saying this is the best episode? How?
They're saying it because we got to see Boba Fett do Boba Fett things, and that was cool. That was the highlight, don't get me wrong, but, you know, again, most people aren't here to analyze the story, they're just here for the fight scenes, which, you know, if that's your thing, that's fine. If guys like you and me were analyzing deeper than that, there are problems with this episode. And no, this episode was not better than the Ahsoka episode.
No,
I'm not sorry.
No,
it's still the best episode ever.
That episode is way better.
Fight me IRL.
That episode is way better. Like, we got much cooler shit in that episode, I would argue.
Yeah.
Because I loved seeing Boba Fett in action.
The set was better, the writing was better, the
writing was way better.
Actually, there's one thing I will say this episode did better than last season was the fight scenes. One nitpick I had in that episode is that the fight scenes with Ahsoka felt a little stiff. Like her movements felt a little stiff visually. I'm willing to forgive that and just say the actress is just trying her best to move without accidentally messing up the makeup. So I'm willing to forgive it.
I actually think so. That fight scene wasn't the way it was because like of a lack of ability or anything. I think what they were trying to do was an homage to the kind of samurai fights we get in like Kurosawa films. You know how they're like slower and they don't, you know, like it's not like the lightsaber fights in other Star Wars movies.
They're trying to keep it simple. They're not trying to be fancy.
Yeah, and the samurai fights we get in films like Harakiri and other Kurosawa films.
Right, because that episode was definitely the most Kurosawa inspired episode in the show so far.
Yeah, so I'm willing to allow them to like have that kind of fight style for the episode.
No, I'm not talking about the choreography in the last episode. I'm talking strictly the movements of the actress who was playing Ahsoka. And I'm a martial arts guy, so most people aren't going to notice this. I just felt that when she swung the lightsaber, her movements just looked a little stiff. But again, I'm willing to forgive it because of the makeup she has to work with. So it's a nitpick. It's not a problem. But if there's one thing I can say, this episode did do better. The fight scenes, the actors were able to perform better in this episode in terms of the how the fight scenes were handled.
Well, sure, yeah, that's also because, you know, like, Boba Fett was way different than a Jedi, and also, like, a lot more
brutal for starters, which I'm glad that was a contrast that they introduced, that Boba Fett, he's a badass, he's not gonna fuck around, man. If he can get by the shit out of you with a gaffy stick, he's gonna do it. And first of all, can I just say it's really cool to see a gaffy stick being used in a Star Wars fight on screen, because that's never really happened before.
That is pretty cool, yeah.
The only other time we saw that was in A New Hope when the fan people was beating Luke with it, but besides that, we've never seen a Gatterfee used in a on-screen fight before, which, you know.
That is cool.
That makes me happy.
I guess I'm with you in the sense that, I can forgive that little nitpick about episode 5 because she probably wasn't extremely flashy in terms of her movement because of makeup reasons is what I guess would be. So to forgive that, it's just that the writing in this episode is so much worse.
Much
worse. In terms of all the episodes this season, this episode has some of the worst writing of the season so far, honestly.
Really? Even worse than episode 3?
I think you mean episode 2, the one with the spiders.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think this...
No, I meant episode 4.
Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah. I think Mando forgetting his jetpack and Moff Gideon just conveniently shooting the Razor Crest instead of them are definitely bigger problems for me than the stuff that happened in episode 4. And another thing that I noticed, Boba Fett flew the Slave One up to the sky so he could see the Star Destroyer thing. So I'm just it's not necessarily a problem. It's just a sort of a question I had. It's why didn't they shoot at him?
That's a good question.
Because I was why didn't they shoot him down? Or
at least try to.
Yeah, or at least try to. Yeah.
That is a very good question.
Because I mean, I know they had Baby Yoda and that's all they cared about and they wanted to escape, I guess, but still, I was like, it's if I see a ship like that moving towards me, and I'm Moff Gideon, I'm gonna assume that person's with Mando and they're trying to get the child.
Especially if they're both wearing Mandalorian armor.
Yeah. Also, the cinematography in this episode was, I don't know. I liked the shot of the explosion going off in the background with Boba Fett, but I'll be honest, the cinematography and the presentation, like directing wise, I think was a pretty big step down.
Agreed. Again, it's like I thought it was fine for what it was, especially coming off the heels of last episode. It's just there's no comparison.
It kind of felt like a fan film.
Yeah,
in terms of how it was shot, Yeah,
you said this is a different director, right? So yeah you can really feel that.
Yeah, this was his first time directing an episode of Mandalorian. It's seriously though, like I'm really underwhelmed with the look of Tython. Like it just felt kind of lame to me because it was.
Yeah, I don't hate it, and again, if like behind the scenes wise, if like they're saving their set budget for other stuff, I can forgive that. But couldn't they have stuck some like CGI of like some really old looking Jedi statues or something in the background? Something to spice it up a little bit.
Yeah, something that makes it look like you didn't just shoot it in your backyard.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and I know I really hyped up Tython last episode, and not without reason, because it is a big deal.
Yeah.
It's the origin of the Jedi, so yeah, pretty big fucking deal.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see, at least in the background, some like remains of like an old Jedi temple, just something like that. Something just a little more. That little like circle area I was fine with, but it needed more.
Yeah. I did not expect such a downgrade in terms of writing either. Like, the specifics of what I mentioned aside, like the whole Mando forgetting his jetpack and Gideon shooting the ship instead of them, like those things aside, the general point behind those things is that they're being inconsistent. They're making characters stupid and also smart whenever the plot needs them to be. And that's like a really lazy writing style.
Yes.
And, like that's the overall general point of why I think they severely need a lot of work, especially with this episode.
Yeah, see, I'll be honest, Greg, you weren't expecting a I actually kind of was, because after I saw the episode with Ahsoka, I'm like, okay, there's no way in hell the rest of the season can be anywhere near this level of quality based on the other episodes we've seen so far. So I just say, you know what, take this episode, tuck it in its own little special corner, and don't consider it for expectations for the rest of the season, because there's no way in hell it'll be that good. So
yeah, I even said that along with you. I agreed. I was like, I said as well, there's no way they're topping this episode this season. But I just didn't expect
no way.
I just didn't expect this much of a downgrade, especially in terms of writing,
Yeah.
And yeah, like I said, like recently the most annoying writing tactic that I've noticed in a lot of shows and movies is just when they make the characters inconsistent. Like they make them do things that are not only inconsistent with their character, but they just don't care about the world building or the power levels of the characters. They just pick and choose whenever they do smart or stupid things just for the sake of the plot.
At least they have characters. Which is more than I can say for certain other piece of Star Wars media.
I I wonder what you're referring to.
I don't know what I am referring to, yes.
I wonder what you're talking about. Yeah.
You got anything else?
I don't think so. I'm just really, really underwhelmed and really kind of upset that they were this lazy in terms of writing this episode.
I'm 50-50 on it. I at the very least I enjoyed seeing Boba Fett in action for what's basically for the first time, because let's be honest here, he didn't do that much in the original trilogy. Nor did he do a whole lot in episode 2.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see that at least they didn't disappoint in that area. But yes, in pretty much everything else, yeah, there's a lot of missed potential. I wish they built up Tython more, because again, it's not just a random planet with a Jedi temple on it. It's the origin planet of the Jedi Order. Give it a little more gravitas than what you did with it, and don't make Mando stupid, because he's not a stupid character. We have established this, especially after in episode 2 when he did that little trick with the jetpack where he lifted that dude up in the air and just let him fall.
Yeah.
We've already seen him do clever things with the jetpack, so why they couldn't replicate that is a disappointment. So overall, just do better next time.
Yeah. A very bad episode in terms of writing, in my opinion. But in terms of other things, yes, I really did enjoy the Boba Fett action. And they did not disappoint in terms of the cool factor of bringing Boba Fett back.
Yes.
But everything else, yeah, it's very underwhelming. They could have done so much better with the script for this episode.
Script, cinematography, the set.
Yeah. But hopefully the reason why is because they saved the money. Hopefully they saved the money for the last 2 episodes. Hopefully that's the...
Well, and I think they did. I think they're saving the good stuff for, at the very least, the finale and hopefully the next episode. But we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah. Maybe, fingers crossed, the reason why they had to make this one kind of stupid is because they had to put their attention on the other ones.
Probably,
But
and yeah, that's the case. I get. I'm not angry at this episode. I'm not gonna throw out my fist and go, "They ruined Mandalorian." It's just
no, they didn't ruin it. It's
that wasn't as good as I wished it would. Moving on.
Yeah, they didn't ruin it. It's just really, it's just annoying.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it.
It's just annoying how they've chosen to write this episode, because the problem is the writing choices they made for this episode affect the existence of the next 2 episodes. So that's because the thing is, this episode is the foundational point. So if anything, I mean, it depends on what we see for the next 2 episodes, but depending on what we see, I might argue to them that it was more important for them to put focus on the writing for this episode than it would have been the next 2. Because this is the foundation for the next 2.
We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. But yeah, I agree. They could have done a lot. They could have set that up a lot better.
Yeah. Anyways, do you have any more thoughts?
Nope. That's pretty much everything.
All right. Well, until next week, hopefully it keeps up the enjoyability factor, and hopefully they improve the writing. until next week.